Hold on. Let's get this shit. Let's get this shit. Let's get this shit. Let's.
Culture gang, culture gang, culture gang.
2023 NFL Week 18 review with our mans.
Berry. McCockiner.
Shout out the She-Eagles.
Oh my God, man. They are an embarrassing, fraudulent franchise.
Hey,
And
they better than the Donkeys.
fucking Broncos, bro. I swear to God, I hate them so much.
All right, let's get into these
Hey, but
game
at
reviews.
least the Broncos fans ain't throwing batteries at Santa Claus.
No, but they throw batteries at Raiders fans.
Hey, man. Hey, let us know y'all team in the comments down below.
And if you don't,
We'll come to your house.
No, we're going to come to your house
Yep.
and find the baldest person that lives in your house and aggressively call them their scout.
Okay, then.
Well, everybody, it's the final weekly review of the 2023
We're gonna play with
NFL
your pickle.
regular season, Week 18 to be exact. No offense to Wander
Speak for
Franco.
yourself.
There were some games this week that
Hey,
really
listen,
didn't mean
bro.
anything, so I didn't spend as much time
coming
on them
with
as I
me.
normally would. But there were so many games this week that it's still going to be a pretty long video. I hope you
coming
enjoy
with
it. And the videos. Pittsburgh versus
right, let's
the
get to
Ravens.
it.
Oh my God, Mason Rudolph versus Tyler Huntley in one of
So
the most
sexy.
boring rivalries ever. I can't believe
Boring
it. Anyway, this
rivalries
game was
ever is
about as
crazy.
sloppy
Do you know who Mason
and as
Rudolph
messy
is?
as you would
No.
expect. There were
Exactly.
fumbles, not a lot of scoring, just the type
Very
of game
casual.
that people who think the NBA hasn't been good since Larry Bird retired would love. Anyway,
That's
the
so
really
crazy.
only exciting play of the game came
That's
early in the
Mason
fourth
Rudolph.
quarter when Mason Rudolph,
That's Mason
who's somehow
Rudolph.
still alive, threw a long-ass touchdown to Deontay Johnson.
Thank
to
you
the
for showing that
Steelers
picture,
up by
Barry.
7. The Ravens then fumbled because they suck without Lamar, and the Steelers
Burger.
extended it to 10. Notice
Bro
all-
got hit in the head with his own helmet.
That's wild as fuck. How does that even... Okay. Like, how does that happen?
Miles Garrett. That's how that happens.
Oh, my God.
the wetness on the screen. That's because all the women in attendance were thinking of Jimmy Garoppolo. Huntley was
Oh,
able
I'm
to
dead.
get the Ravens into position to where not Hall of Famer Justin Tucker could kick a field goal to cut it to 7 to
Come
set
on,
up
he's
an
a Hall of
onside kick
Famer, man.
attempt,
Come
which
on.
failed. This game meant nothing for the
Come
Ravens,
on,
who already
man.
had
He's a Hall
one
of
seed
Famer.
locked up. But the one
Justin
bad thing
Tucker.
it did
Oh, I
was
thought
get
you
the
meant
Steelers
Jimmy
into the
Garoppolo.
playoffs.
Oh.
So we now have to watch the
Oh,
Steelers
God.
and their boring-ass football
Okay,
play at
all
least
right.
one more game.
All
For the
right.
love of God, please do not
Like,
let
the
them
spray's
play
wild.
more
Is
than
he
one
good?
game.
I don't need
beg you.
this.
Houston versus Indianapolis. The Colts had a long, boring-ass field goal drive to open the game, and then C.J. Stroud said, "Fuck this, I'm throwing it deep for a
Woo!
long-ass touchdown to Nico Collins." which was
Touchdown.
exciting
That's
as
so
hell.
crazy,
The Texans
bro.
would then pretty quickly extend the lead to 11 after another touchdown pass from
Touchdown.
Stroud in the end racism end zone before the Colts
Gotta
cut
end
it to
racism.
8 at
Hell
halftime
yeah.
with a long field goal. But Gardner Minshew then motivated Jonathan Taylor to run for a long
He's like, "You
touchdown,
run that
and then
ball."
completed a 2-point conversion for the 8-point drive to tie the game. Colts had a chance to take the lead, but their kicker was a dipshit and missed the long
A
field goal.
dipshit
The
is
Texans
crazy.
kicker would not make the same mistake, although that would come later for him.
Mm.
Colts tied the game again early in the fourth at 17 before C.J. Stroud had one of the most impressive drives from a young quarterback in a long time, completing several big boy throws.
Big boys.
which
Big
led
boy.
to
Feel
a
me, that
touchdown.
big boy.
Remember that mistake I talked about?
I
Houston's
need a
kicker?
big
yeah,
boy.
bad time to miss an extra point, leaving the door open for the Colts. But unfortunately, for
Damn,
Indy, unfortunately
way
for
off.
Houston, the Colts are dipshits and they couldn't
Way
take
off,
advantage
Pete.
of it,
Are
and the
dipshit.
Texans ended up winning.
What's up with him?
to make a playoff spot.
Damn,
Just an
that's a
incredible
terrible
tribute
drop.
to Deshaun
That was a
Watson's
terrible
legacy.
drop.
Cincinnati versus
threw it
Cleveland.
behind him.
The Browns already locked up a
Man,
playoff spot, and the
Bengals-
Bengals are already
Bengals.
eliminated from the playoffs. So that means we get Jeff Driscoll versus Jake Browning, which started off
That don't
as
even
you
sound
expect.
real.
Before the Bengals opened up a can of whoop
Shout out
ass
Stone Cold.
on the Browns backups.
Shout out Joe
going up by
Mixon.
31 points at one point, led by incredible woman
Oh.
respecter and protector Joe Mixon.
Hold
Hey,
on, bro.
yo,
I had,
hey, yo.
bro, I had you on my fantasy team. You wait till the season's over to do this?
Doing most
Oh,
of the work.
man.
But Jeff Driscoll knows how the game works. He knows if he wants to keep getting contracts, you got to pad your stats in
feel
garbage
me?
time. And he did that with a couple great touchdown passes, which made the final score seem a little bit more respectable than it actually was. Joe Flacco is now looking for his next victim. Playoff Flacco for the first time since 2014. What
That's
a treat.
insane.
New Orleans versus Atlanta. At first, it looked like this game was going to be down to the wire, with the teams exchanging touchdowns, climaxing sloth alert, including a long-ass touchdown pass to Bijan Robinson. But Derek Carr did what Derek
Bijan.
Carr does, which is pad his stats in worthless games to make it seem like his team missing the playoffs again is not his fault when he really plays a big part in it. Anyway, the score was tied at 17 at
terrible this
halftime
year.
before the Falcons completely crapped all over themselves with turnovers, defensively, offensively. Yeah,
Damn.
it was not a great way to end the Arthur Smith era.
Like,
who
that's
was
amazing
eventually
catch.
Fired
Bad
after
throw.
the game, mercifully after 3 mediocre seasons, but not before the Saints overruled their
You have
coach
one job.
and actually
Yeah, make
scored
Field goal.
a touchdown on the goal line with a minute left with a 24-point lead to make the final score 48-17. But
That's
knowing
crazy.
Yo,
Jameis Winston, we understand
how do
he
you
doesn't care.
feel about Shannon Sharp? Because he made a comment about this where he said, I'd get rid of Jameis Winston today.
I wouldn't get rid of him. If you saw Jameis's reason, Jamison Williams hadn't scored a touchdown the whole season.
They're just trying to give him something.
Yeah, give him a touchdown. Maybe he had contract incentives. We don't know.
Maybe.
Get rid of him's crazy though.
Yeah, he was like, that's loser's mentality. I'm like, Shannon, whoa.
It was their last game of the season, man. They didn't know, and they didn't make the playoffs, and they didn't know if they were going to.
Right.
So you gotta do that.
Gotta have some fun.
Yeah.
It's a game at the end of the day. Like, I get it. We gotta take the sport serious, but my nigga, it's a game.
It's a game.
It's a game.
It's just a game.
We're trying to have fun out here at the
We're
same time.
trying to have fun.
Yeah, it's like
that's
the most.
really-
It's a pro league, but we're trying to have fun at
No,
the same
listen,
time.
that's what it's about, man. Just go out there and have fun.
Okay, all right. In certain circumstances, yes.
In this circumstance, just go out there and have fun.
Whether or not
If you know, you
somebody
know.
wants to do something, he's going to do it regardless of what he wants. And that's why Arthur Smith, I feel so bad for Arthur Smith. I don't know how he's going to feed
Win,
his
lose,
family
or draw,
without
just go out there and have fun.
this job. Detroit versus Minnesota. Pretty entertaining game. It started off when Goff found Jake Laporta-Potty for a
Laporta-Potty.
touchdown.
Laporta-Potty.
But Goff wasn't done. He then gave the ball to Jahmyr Gibbs, which gave the Lions an early 13-0 lead, but not before the Vikings
What's up with my
responded
guy?
with a field goal to make it a
Amon
10-point
Ra,
game. But then
the
the Vikings
sun
said,
god.
"Fuck that. We're going to kick another field goal to make it a 7-point game at halftime." It's anybody's game, but then Goff just decided, you know what? We're going to make this a 14-point possession game with another handoff to David Montgomery for a touchdown. But come-town Nick Mullins was not done yet, as he threw a marvelous deep
Mullet.
ball to Justin Jefferson for a touchdown, climaxing sloth alert. But the
All right,
Lions
what's up
answered
with
right
this
back
clock?
with a long-ass touchdown pass their own to go right back up by
You know what that
14.
is?
But guess what? Nick Mullins is not going
Did
to go
you know
down
who
without
that
a
was?
fight. Back up by climaxing sloth alert. But the Lions answered right back with a long-ass touchdown pass their own to go right back up.
Amon Ra, the sun god.
Are you okay?
That's
by
Amon Ra, the
14.
sun
But
god.
Guess what? Nick Mullins is not going to go down without a fight, as he found Justin Jefferson on a deep throw and then Jordan Addison on a deep touchdown pass to make it a 7-point game. But the Vikings would never get the ball within
Dink.
one score again, as Mullins then threw 2 interceptions because that's just what he does.
That's
He's
just what he
chaotic
does.
Good and chaotic evil. Basically the white Jameis Winston without the groping allegations. And then there's Dan Campbell. Just what a Sasquatch he is. Just
The
a
cojones
large
on him.
human being. Wow, just really kind of
that's fucked
stunning.
up.
Jets versus Patriots. Potentially the last game of the Bill Belichick
Yeah.
era in New England was completely forgettable and boring as shit, as you might expect. There was literally nothing but field goals for the first 3.5
I was watching the
quarters.
score, and
the
I'm like,
Jets
what
had a
the hell is
9-3
this?
lead with 3 minutes
It's
left
snowing.
before
That's what
Belichick
happened.
pulled out his last trick, the Marlon McCree card, forcing the Jets interceptor to fumble the ball right back to the Patriots. Unfortunately, Billy Zappi sucks. He ended up throwing an interception
right
on
back
the
to
same
him.
drive again. Anyway,
Throw-
to give the ball to the
Throw it
Jets,
right
and
back
Brees
to
Hall
him.
broke off a long touchdown run, and the Jets had a
Wow.
2-point conversion, which made it a 17-3 game,
Game
which was
time.
also the final score, as we see sociopathic MILF Hunter Belichick looking like
MILF
a Tuscan
Hunter?
Raider. End of an era. Wow. Dal ass versus
Hey,
Washington.
speak on it.
Dak Prescott versus a shitty team went about how you would expect.
Killed
putting
them
up
fools.
incredible numbers. But for the first quarter,
This is
so
what
it
you-
looked like it was going to be a competitive game.
This is why I
as
don't
Washington
fuck with these damn Cowboys. That's what you celebrating?
Hey.
You beat the Commanders, buddy.
Hey, listen.
You beat the
Hey,
Commanders.
Hey, you see that score in the corner? At least we can be bad teams.
I'll give you that, but y'all ain't much better.
He even took a 10-7.
We are
lead
way
at one
better
point,
than
but
them
then
fools.
it was
Than the
all
fucking-
the
downhill
She-Gulls.
From there, the Cowboys ended the game scoring
way better is
31
crazy.
unanswered points as Sam Howell continued to play like dog shit, and Dak Prescott continued to juice his stats to make him seem like a much better.
But then again,
quarterback
what do
than
you
he
want him to
actually
do,
is.
play
He's
bad?
not bad, but again, until
Stop
I
lying.
see him do something in
You
the
can't do
playoffs
that.
or go on a deep playoff run, I really don't give a shit about all these games that he wins in the regular season with great numbers. He is who he is, and I cannot wait until he messes up in the playoffs.
Again.
And the Cowboys crap their pants again. It's going to be so amazing. Big Mike and his
What you
rugged
saying if he
handsomeness
fails again?
Huh?
What you gonna say about Dak if he fails again?
He won't fail.
You okay? So no. Pause that.
Field.
You're gonna
Probably
put it
looking-
on camera right now. Are y'all making the Super Bowl? Yes or no? I don't want to hear shit else.
Hey, listen.
Yes or no?
Hey, listen, man. Listen.
Yes or no?
Hey, listen. Anything can happen.
No. Yes or no are
hey,
your Cowboys making the Super Bowl?
Hey,
Hey,
listen.
no, Mubashir, shout out to you. You made him go on camera. I'm making you go on camera. This time, this is on a global scale. I'm on your ass. Are y'all making the Super Bowl? Yes or no?
You said a global scale on. Like,
Are y'all making the Super Bowl? Yes or no?
Listen, man.
Oh my God.
Let
Yes
me,
or no?
Let me. I'm gonna do a bit of a monologue, but it'll come down to the answer. Can you let me cook?
I'll shut up.
It's been 27 years since we made a conference championship game. We have won 16 straight games at home. You know what the 2 games we have to play to get to the conference championship are? You know where they're going to be? Right in AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Now, it depends on who we play for that conference championship.
Oh my fucking
If we play the 49ers, you book it. We're not making it. If we play anybody else, we got a good shot.
McKeymose.
Mickey ass answer. I don't even care anymore. Play the video. Mickey ass answer, bro.
Hey, so you're not going to make him answer for his She-Goals
Mickey.
getting blown out.
Mickey.
All right, let's watch the game.
for a
Mickey.
massage. Kansas
Just
City
wait,
backups
just wait.
versus
I got
the
something for you.
Chargers. There was one fucking touchdown scored in this game, and it was a defensive touchdown early
piss
on when
now.
Patrick Mahomes
Eating
willed
stick.
his defense to force a fumble and return it for a long-ass
Something
touchdown
called
to give them
eating
a
stick.
7-0 lead. They extended that to 10-0, but again, this game was so boring. There was nothing
piss now,
to it
fuck you.
except the obligatory Blaine Gabbert interception. How the fuck is Blaine
Yeah, I
Gabbert
don't-
still in the NFL? It's
Mickey
pretty
ass
ridiculous.
answer.
He's
Blaine-
terrible
Blaine
for a
Gabbert,
decade
it's
now.
crazy.
Anyway, the Chargers kicked a bunch of field goals and even took a
Bro,
12
gave
to
me the
10
most
lead
Mickey
with a
Mouse
couple minutes
answer
left,
I've
but
ever
then Blaine Gabbert showed his deceptive athleticism abilities as he ran for a couple
Are you
first
still
downs
mad
to
about
set
that?
up
You'd be
Harrison
a
Butker
perfect
for the game-winning
politician.
drive, and then Easton Stick ended
That
up
was
doing
the
shit,
biggest
which gave
runaround
the
I've
Chiefs
ever seen in my
another
life.
win to look better on the win-loss record, even though it
Shout
had no
to Patrick.
effect on the playoffs. Can't wait to see Belichick wearing Chargers gear on the sidelines
Oof.
next season. Raiders versus Broncos, a divisional matchup that didn't mean anything in the
This is
playoff
wonderful.
picture as both teams were already
This is
eliminated, but the
wonderful.
Raiders came out and took it personally. But the Broncos were ready early on, responding with a touchdown of their own to
Yeah,
Jerry
give 'em
Jeudy to
hope.
make it 7-7. But then
Like
the
they
game
always
got
do.
away from them as Vegas kicked a field goal, and then Devontae Adams
Ugh, get
scored
off
another
me.
touchdown, inching him ever closer to 100 career receiving touchdowns. Much more deserving Hall of Famer than Devin Hester
Oh
to
my
make it a
God.
10-point game, as the Jared
Ah,
Stidham-led
come on.
Broncos couldn't do shit. Jimmy Garoppolo made a cameo, but the NFL highlights didn't show it, and I am heartbroken. Anyway, the Raiders went up by 17 before Stidham did a little bit of stat padding, and the Broncos scored a touchdown to cut it to 10
Bro.
early in the fourth quarter. But the Raiders then milked the rest of the clock, kicked a field goal, went up 13.
Yeah!
Stidham
Bro.
threw an interception, desperation, and oh my God, there's just Jimmy, the most handsome man, the most beautiful man in the world. It's really a shame that you didn't get to
Very.
see more of him this season. Anyway, the Raiders won. Both teams finished under 500. Nobody
This is
cares outside those two
unbelievable
fan bases.
glazing.
Rams versus 49ers. Super Bowl champion quarterback Carson Wentz versus Sam Darnold. It's not a surprise who won the game. Even though the 49ers backups went up early, Wentz threw
Oh
a
my
dime for a
God.
touchdown to Puke Nukem to tie it at 7. Darnold then had a sneaky athletic quarterback sneak to make it a 14-7 game. Wentz had a little boo-boo here. It's not his fault, all right? But it didn't matter because the 49ers missed the field goal. However, the Rams offense would
Give
be
it to
below,
him,
and the
Wentz.
49ers would eventually go up 20-7 at halftime. Walk it to him.
Give it
Wentz,
to him,
though, was
Wentz.
not done as he threw a great pass.
How many
to
picks
set
he
up his
have?
second touchdown pass of the day to make it a
Yeah,
7-point
give it
game
to him,
late
Wentz.
in the third
He'll
quarter.
throw you three.
Then the game became a
You
slog
gotta
fest.
catch 'em.
Neither offense could do anything, turning the ball over on downs. But then Wentz showed his clutch gene, the clutch gene of a Super Bowl champion, as he ran for a touchdown and then converted a super clutch 2-point conversion to give the Rams a
Cost us
1-point
the
lead.
fucking
Darnold would
playoffs.
have 2 more
Backup
chances to
quarterback.
potentially win and lead a field goal, but he couldn't do either time because he sucks and he has a smushed face, and he ended up fumbling the game away. The only thing Sam Darnold has going for him, besides his ability to see
I hate the
ghosts,
Niners even more. If the Rams would have fucking lost, we would have made the fucking playoffs.
Hey, they almost did.
We would have made the fucking playoffs.
kid from The
If it wasn't
Sixth
for
Sense
this
is
bitch
that his
ass quarterback
grandpa's name was
fumbling the fucking ball.
Yeah, that's pretty bad fumble.
Like, we won our game.
Yeah.
We just needed these
Barely.
niggas to hold it down.
Yeah, barely won the game.
We still won. A win's a win. Okay, I don't
oh,
give
no,
a fuck.
no. Oh, now's a win's a win.
We were playing a competent team.
Hey, last week we were playing.
well, no, not a competent team. Never mind.
Last week we were playing a playoff team, and people want to take the win away from us.
Mickey.
Dick Hammer.
Y'all should play in
Buccaneers
the bubble.
versus Panthers.
Y'all
The
should play
best
in
play of the
Orlando.
game for Carolina, and really only good play, was when Bryce Young found a receiver for what probably should have been a touchdown, but the receiver fumbled it out of
What's
the end
up
zone
with this
like a
nigga and
dipshit,
calling people
Carolina
dipshits?
would not score any points on the day. Oh, darn, I just gave away the ending. Guess what? The Buccaneers won
Damn.
a shitty-ass
Whiffed it.
game where there were no touchdowns scored and missed
Oh
field
my
goals, and it
God.
was 9-0. But guess what? The Buccaneers winning means that they finish with a 9-8 record and win the NFC South again, which helps further my Brady's a system quarterback narrative, because they finished with a better record without Brady this year than they did with Brady last year, and they have Baker Mayfield at quarterback. So all you
This
Brady
is
fans
the
can
crazy-
suck my dick. I was right the entire time.
Barry, let it go. Bro, here you go, this damn ooze tube. Barry, like, let it go. You talk about Tom Brady like he's Jamarcus Russell, bro. Relax.
He's the GOAT.
He is literally, at worst, a top 5 quarterback of all time.
At worst, he's the GOAT.
I think so too, but I'm saying like he's at worst, if we're like being for real, top 3 to 5 quarterback of all time. Bro, be talking about him like he is Jamarcus Russell.
He just doesn't like his fans, man.
Fair enough. That's how I feel about Steph.
Tom Brady's system quarterback, and he also has a lot of plastic surgery. Titans versus Jaguars.
Thought
A
he ethered
game
him
where a
with
team
that.
was actually trying to win for once. Jacksonville, I'm talking about. Although you couldn't tell early on, as Tannehill, potentially playing in maybe his final game, threw an unbelievable touchdown pass on a screen to give Tennessee an early lead, which didn't last
That's
very
a good-
long, as
that's a
Trevor
good ball.
Lawrence threw a beautiful deep ball to NFL Pete Rose to go up by 3. But then Jacksonville's bugaboos came back to haunt them again, as Derrick Henry in his final
Shout out
game
Derrick,
as
hungry.
a Titan broke off a
Get him
long
a real
touchdown
team,
run.
please.
Then Lawrence threw an interception.
Yeah.
The Titans capitalized off of that with
Bro's
another
never had a
touchdown.
good quarterback.
I'm making
He's
my,
never had a good
I am
quarterback.
making my pitch.
No. I'm sick of y'all.
Why don't you,
No.
why don't you come play for the Cowboys?
Fuck
man?
you. No.
Just come play for
No.
Just come
No.
play for us. Just come play for us.
Play for anyone else. No. Fuck y'all.
Just put the star on, man.
I'm sick of the cowgirls, bro.
You look really good in the star. You look really good.
There's so much I want to say, but I can't say it on camera, you son of a bitch. Just start
Yeah, hey, just come play for the Cowboys. I'm making my pitch to you, man. You look real
If he
good.
plays for y'all, I vote that we eliminate him from the Hall of Fame. Continue the video.
Yeah, just put that. We got 22 available for you. You feel me? Hey, great running back. Never wore that number before. Let's see what you could do. If you could do great things in it.
Interception, but it didn't matter because the Titans had
Hey, Dak Prescott will be the best quarterback you ever had.
Woo!
punt, which led to a Jacksonville field goal to make it an 8-point game at halftime. Tannehill then fired a rocket to DeAndre Hopkins, who left his fingerprints all over this game like they were a hotel room wall at the NFL Combine. Don't Google it. Down by 15, Trevor Lawrence turned the ball over, and it just became more and more of a slog. But eventually, he threw a touchdown to
This
Evan
ain't
Ingram,
even
Giants
about
legend,
us.
to make it
What
an
are you
8-point
doing?
game. Tannehill threw an interception
Bro,
because that's
talk
what Tannehill
about
does. And the Jags
the
had a
Jaguars.
golden opportunity midway
Losers.
through the
What do you want me to
fourth
say?
tie the game potentially.
Fucking
and
losers.
They could not do it.
Couldn't
as
do it.
Lawrence, his quarterback,
Fuck
did not
AEW, by
work.
the way.
But he would get another chance afterwards as the defense sacked Tannehill, and Lawrence missed a wide
You know you
open
don't.
That was a
Ridley on
touchdown.
big play, and then he overthrew his guy on third down.
Yep,
and
and then did
the
it again on
absolute
fourth
down. Losers!
overthrowing Evan Ingram on fourth
Bro, it's
down.
Baby Keem. And then I did it again, and did it again, and did it again.
End the season. Reminiscent of Jake Weiler from Not Another Teen Movie. If you haven't seen it, then you need to go see it right now.
no.
Disappointing year for Trevor Lawrence. Green
Oh.
Bay versus Chicago. There were so few possessions in this game,
My
I
guy,
actually
Ebony Ma.
am able to go through all of them. The first one ended with the Bears kicking a field goal. Second one ended with the Packers missing a field goal. Bad kicker.
Yeah,
Chicago
bad kicker.
punted. Then Green Bay threw a touchdown to go up
Shout out
7-3.
Justin Fields.
Chicago responded
Chicago's
with
a
a field
piece of
goal
shit
to make
team,
it
bro.
7-6. Green Bay then stupidly
There's no
made
reason.
Good job. Y'all
mismanaged the
needed
clock,
help.
But it didn't matter in the end.
There's
because
no reason
on
Green
the first
Bay
drive of the
should
second half, they went up 14-6 on another touchdown pass by Jordan Love. Justin Fields took another drive and sack. because he's
Packers
terrible.
versus Cowboys coming up.
I'm gonna just hang on to
11-6 playing for 3
2015
years. Then
NFC
Jordan Love
championship.
fumbled. That was
That's
Jalen
my-
Hurts.
that's
People
my
would be
therapy.
killing him, but because it's Jordan Love, they gave him a pass. Chicago kicked a field goal off it to make it a 5-point game early in the fourth, but the Packers
annoying.
responded with a field
I
goal
don't-
to make it an
I don't
8-point
mind
game.
the Packers,
Still
but
one
it's like,
possession
damn,
game, though,
come
and
on.
Justin Fields, didn't do shit with it.
Ugh.
Jordan Love then milked the rest of the clock, made a couple great throws on third down to set up Aaron Jones with the game-clinching first down run to send the Packers to the playoffs and win another edition of the most one-sided robbery since welfare respecter Brett Favre stepped into the
Yep.
picture
Dog.
in 1992. Seattle versus Arizona. The Seahawks entered with a slight chance to make the playoffs, but they ended up not making it. Either way, this was an extremely entertaining game that went down to the wire. Seahawks had
Gets a
7-point
4-12
lead at halftime
team,
before
went down
Kansas
to the
survivor
wire.
James Conner ripped off a game-tying touchdown in the third. Seahawks offense went
James
completely dead.
Conner,
No offense to Queen Elizabeth. Fast forward to the fourth quarter, Kyler Murray threw an absolute rope for a touchdown in the end racism end zone.
Ugh,
The Cardinals
Kyler!
had multiple chances to put this game away, but Matt Prater missed
Matt
the field
Prater's
goal,
a
Gary
drunk.
Anderson style, that would have put them up 10. And
A
Geno
drunk
Smith
is
immediately
crazy.
threw a beautiful dime and then converted a two-point conversion to give Seattle a 1-point lead with just under
Matt
2
Prater's a
minutes left.
drunk
Kyler
that
Murray
beats
did
his
his
wife.
part moving the team down the field to set up Matt Prater with a game-winning
And he
51-yard
beat
field
his
goal,
wife.
which again hooked wide. Right. What the hell is Brandy Love doing there? New Jersey versus Philly. I know all you sick bastards are thinking that I'm going to be so upset about the Eagles getting blown out by the Giants.
This is
And
inexcusable.
while I certainly am not happy about
Look
the
at the
fact that
Jalen,
Eagles got
man,
blown
such
out to the
inspiration.
point where they were down
I
24
still
to
say the
nothing
Cowboys
before finally
beating
getting
a
on
bad
the
team
board
is
in the
worse,
second
bro.
half. Here's the facts: the Eagles are in the playoffs, which is
Apparently,
really all
beating a
that
bad team is worse than getting blown out by one.
Nah, I'm trolling.
and even if the Eagles had won
That
this
is- this
game,
is
they
egregious.
still
I'm sorry.
wouldn't have
This is
gotten
bad.
the 2 seed because Dallas won their game in a blowout. We also get to play Tampa Bay on the road, so I'm not scared, and we're going to beat them. And the
Yeah,
other thing, and I've said this before, is that no matter what I say, people are going to hate on the Eagles and Jalen Hurts.
'Cause you guys
So I
are a
might as well
terrible
be an
fucking
arrogant
fan
dickhead
base.
about it, because guess what? Even if I'm humble, you're
Like,
still going to
eat a
hate. So all you
dick.
Eagles haters can suck my dick from the back.
No!
We're still going to win the Super Bowl. Everybody's out on us right now, just like they were
'Cause
in
you's a
2017.
bitch.
Nobody gave us a chance. We're winning the Super Bowl. Get used to it.
No, you
versus
won't.
Miami. With the division
You're a terrible fucking fan base.
Go off.
Y'all can go fuck yourselves.
Go off.
Like, I'm so sick and tired of the fucking Eagles fans, man. Them niggas had me rooting for Tom Brady and that fucking Super Bowl.
Hey, they had me root for Patrick Mahomes last year.
Like, piss off.
Shout out Patrick Mahomes.
Ugh. Like, they're a whole ick. Bro.
on the
I swear.
line, the game began looking like two morons played quarterback,
okay,
as there
take
were
myself.
three
Shout out Josh Allen.
interceptions combined in the first quarter, including a
Shout
couple
out
in the end
Josh
zone
Allen.
by Josh
Type
Allen,
shit.
before the Dolphins finally broke
Ooh.
the seal and
Oh
got
my
on the
God.
board.
Oh
Josh
my
Allen then, of
God.
course, remembered, hey, I'm supposed to be good, and he threw a touchdown off of this incredibly accurate deflected pass, which tied the game at 7. But two of them threw a dime, and then
That's so
threw a
crazy.
touchdown pass to 8-time Husband of the Year winner Tyree.
Hey, yo.
Hey, you know what they say? Better lucky than good.
7 lead. The Bills almost tied it at halftime,
Almost.
but because of bad clock management, much like the Packers, they went into halftime empty-handed. No offense to Shaquille Griffin. The third quarter
This guy,
saw
bro.
nothing except Josh Allen make a couple more bad
Fumble.
plays, including getting strip sacked. And honestly, Buffalo seemed dead in the water until the beginning of the fourth when they
Watching the
returned
play
a
live,
punt
oh my.
95 yards for a touchdown. Unbelievable play by Josh Allen. The Dolphins offense then went cold while Josh Allen finally put together a good drive, which ended
Finally.
with a touchdown pass with 7 minutes left to
Man.
put Buffalo up by 7. Miami did nothing with it, and Buffalo would get the ball into Miami's range and had a chance to end the game for good on 4th and 1, but Josh Allen was stopped. Bad communication. Al Qaeda would not be happy, giving Miami one more chance.
Okay,
and 2
all
I'm gonna
right.
fucking throw this shit into double coverage for Chase Claypool.
He said
and
Chase
that ended
Claypool
about
down
exactly
there
how you'd
somewhere.
expect. The Bills win the AFC East for the 4th straight season, while the Dolphins continue to get killed in Japan. Time for the Week 18 Barry Awards, the last regular season Barry Awards of the year. Isn't that just so emotionally sad? Anyway, the Offensive Player of the
always
Week
next
goes to Nico Collins. He had 9 catches for 195 yards
That's
and
so
a
good.
touchdown in Houston's win-and-in performance versus the Colts. My Defensive Player of the Week went to TJ Watt from the Steelers, even though he ended up getting hurt. He had 2 sacks, 8 combined tackles, 3 tackles for loss, and 2 quarterback
Good-ass
hits
game,
in
man.
Pittsburgh's win, which got them into the playoffs. My
Biggest
biggest loser
loser.
of the week has to be Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
And
No.
although he's
Stop it,
become a
Barry. It's your
decent
fucking
quarterback,
Eagles.
No.
he's
It's
yet
Trevor Lawrence because at least the Seagulls are in the playoffs.
No, bro.
Trevor Lawrence, you had 3 opportunities to make one throw
No.
to keep the drive alive, and you saw what he did. Nothing.
I just don't want to give the Eagles any kind of
to 3
credit.
seasons.
I'm not giving them credit. I'm just saying somebody played worse. That's all.
I just enjoy slandering them. So
It's a wonderful thing slandering the Sheagles. One ring in like 60 years of existence. And they want to act like they're
I know
doing
you
something.
fucking Cowboy fan ain't talking about rings, boy.
Yeah, hey, guess what? We got 5 of them things, bro.
Oh my! You weren't even born yet.
We got 5 of them things.
You
though.
weren't alive.
We got 5 of them
Oh
things.
my god, that's like my brother celebrating the fucking Bill
We got
Russell
5
rings.
We got
No,
5, we got 5 of them things.
bro, you weren't even a thought.
Hey.
No,
Hey, you call me, I'm gonna pick up on the 5th ring.
no, you ain't.
I'll pick up on the 5th ring.
You weren't alive for any of them.
I'll pick up on the 5th ring.
The dynamo
I'm done.
superstar that was
you
expected
all.
of him coming out of Clemson, and really since he was coming out of high school. This was a guy who, from his freshman season
Yeah.
at Clemson, when he won the national championship, teams were tanking for
Tanking.
this guy a couple years ahead of time. And when Jacksonville got him, he had his terrible rookie year
Terrible.
with Urban Meyer, and everyone gave him a pass for that. And I said, okay, I can understand that. And then last year, he got off to a slow start before he picked it up at the end of the year, and it looked like he finally turned the corner. And then he threw 4 interceptions in that playoff game, had that comeback versus the Chargers. They won that game. Go to Kansas City, they lose in Kansas City, but everyone's thinking, hey, he's arrived, he gets
The
all
prince
this
that was
MVP buzz
promised.
this year, and he takes a step back, and he still hasn't been as good. And this was a winnable game.
Yeah.
This was a extremely winnable game.
He's
Talking about the
24. You give him
He'll
some
get
time.
it together.
Yeah.
Titans. The Jaguars at one point were 8-3.
They were.
end up
Nobody's
missing
perfect
the
from the
playoffs,
jump.
and their only win in the last month and a half of the season came against the Carolina Panthers with C.J. Beathard at quarterback. Lawrence is still relatively young, and he's not terrible, but it's
Exactly.
getting to the point now where he might just be merely good instead of generational.
like Hall of Very
C.J.
good.
Stroud is already better. A
Type
Tom Brady
shit.
check down of the week goes to former Texas A&M wide receiver Ryan Tannehill for this beautiful screen pass. Tom Brady made a living off of this
Oh
for
my
20 years. Never
You gotta
forget
let it
this.
go.
And
Let
now
it
it's
go.
puppy
You
time.
act
And
like
how
he is
about
the
all you
worst.
assholes
All
who
right,
click
bro.
out of puppy time? How about
That's
for
it.
once in your life you actually watch?
Bruh,
It's
bruh,
not
it's
going to kill
puppy
you.
time.
It's a bunch
Nigga,
of adorable
we're
little
done.
dogs. And if you don't like dogs, then just suck it up and be
Be-
a man.
be a
We're
man.
challenging you
I
to
didn't
do
say
I don't
that.
like
Just sit and
dogs.
Be a
watch
man.
through
The video
puppy
long
time.
You gonna
enough.
sit here and
You
watch
will be
this.
better.
Hell no.
You close out this video, my nigga. That's it.
How about
That's
them
it. That's it.
Cowboys?
Fuck the Seahawks. Fuck the Cowboys. Okay. Fuck the NFL. All right. How we gonna have a winning record and miss the fucking playoffs? I'm done.
Because y'all aren't good enough.
The video's over.
Y'all aren't good enough.
We'll see you on the next one. I'm done.
Well,
I'm done.
it's a good video.
I'm done.
It's a good video.
Shout out Barry. I'm done.
Shout out Barry.
I'm done.
Shout out Barry. And go Cowboys. Go Cowboys.
I hate football.